All right, welcome back to the I Play with the Clippers, not the NBA, the podcast. I am your host, J. Alexander, also known to the barbering world as Divine Cuts. I'm here with a special guest, celebrity barber, and Tariq Jackson. And if y'all don't know who this brother is, man, you need to follow him on IG. This brother is giving everybody game as far as how to maximize time, how to get the best of your services offered. Time is not money, you know what I mean?
It's your most valuable resource and asset.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Time is the most valuable asset and resource, right? All right. So before we get into what he really does, I'm going to try to walk y'all through how he got to that point. Again, I'm Jay Alexander, Divine Cut, your host. Again, I'm with Tariq Jackson. Tariq, man, how long you been cutting hair, man?
Over 27 years.
27 years. What was your influence, man, to become a barber?
It wasn't even that I wanted to be a barber.
Oh.
That's not what started it. I wanted to sing, and I was singing in competitions and stuff, and I got introduced to the barbershop because a guy gave me a ride home who happened to own the barbershop. When he gave me the ride home, I was then able to experience the shop. What I liked about the shop is I wanted to go to art school, and whether it was going to be performing arts or just the arts in general. Being in the barbershop, I was able to implement my art to a different canvas. Instead of it being on paper or being on stage, I can do it in the shop. If I want to sing, I can sing in the shop. If I want to cut hair, I can put the artwork to the canvas of the head. And so that was really what started for me. I was a cleanup kid, cleaning windows, swept the floor, threw out the trash, cleaning toilets, you name it, I did it.
And this was all in the barbershop?
All in the barbershop.
Okay, so what was your influence? Who was that same guy that gave you that ride home?
Yes. Yeah, he was a shop owner, and so I went on a Monday to just show gratitude for him giving me a ride home. And so I went by just to serve the shop. Thank you for giving me a ride home. What can I do to repay you? And he's like, man, you gotta do that. I'm like, no, I gotta repay you, because you took out the time to help me and gave me a ride home. Right. So I swept, I threw out some trash, and just the way they embraced me in the shop made me feel welcome, and I wanted to be a part of that. So
where you from originally?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, Pittsburgh.
Lancaster. Okay. So we say Lancaster. Most people call it Lancaster.
Okay, Lancaster. Okay. Now, as far as the community, what do you do to give back to the community, or do you give back to the community? Or do you feel there's an obligation within our profession to give back to the community?
So you asked a couple things. Do we do it? Yes. What are some of the things we do? So we sponsor some of the high school events to raise money for them. So we'll do like a cut-a-thon, where we're cutting for 24 hours. Some of our barbers go and participate in that. We also, there's a place called The Gathering Place, that what they do is they provide haircuts. They do cut-a-thon also, where they provide, they take other people's time, other people's effort, other people's money to raise money to help families with HIV and AIDS. I'm a huge advocate for HIV and AIDS. My real father died at age 95. And so,
sorry to hear that.
It's what happens. So what we do is we try to support those events because it kind of fits my mission. Just creating awareness, but I think it's important for people to understand HIV and AIDS and how it affects families, not just the individuals living with it, but the families. So we raise money that way. We also volunteer time. I personally go into the high school and talk to the teen parents and talk to them. We do career days. And we're not talking about career days to get people to become barbers. We go to career day to talk to students about choices that they need to make. So that way, it doesn't matter. You don't gotta be a barber, whatever it is that you're gonna do. So when I go into the schools, I talk to them about what types of choices they're gonna make to be effective and productive people and citizens of society. That's
right. Choices.
Choices.
And we all have them, whether we make good or bad ones.
You got choices.
You have to deal with the repercussions of those choices.
See, the thing is that you can make any choice you want. What you can't choose is the consequence.
Right. Oh, say that again.
You can make any choice that you want. What you can't choose is the consequence.
Wow, that's deep, man. I hope y'all got that. Now, real quick, man, just in general in conversation, what inspired you to want to take time out of your day to give us followers of yours on IG the game, not just game, but wisdom that you give us when you make these little 30-second, 58-second sound bites that are meaningful?
Well, I think a lot of people are media focused and not social focused. So they're just putting content out. I'm the opposite. I'm more social focused, but I use media as a tool to become more social and connect with people. I think that a lot of the schools aren't really educating the students in the way that they should. And a lot of that is because I was talking earlier that a lot of the schools, the instructors in schools weren't successful in the field. So they come back to the school because it's a job, right? I'll give you an example. There was a guy who, he stopped me and said, Tariq, how do you keep students involved in class? How do you keep them engaged in class? That's a simple answer to a complex problem. You know.
So how do you? What was your?
So what I began to do is ask more questions about him. What do you do? I'm a teacher at a school. Okay. You teach in the daytime or the nighttime? I teach in the nighttime. How long you been cutting? I've been cutting X, Y, and Z. Okay, so you teach in the nighttime, but you got a shop in the daytime? He said, no, I work for the government in the daytime, but you're a barber instructor at night. So let me get this straight. You teach students who aspire to be barbers how to become a barber, but you're not barbering. There's a disconnect.
Right.
He said, well, these kids, they look at social media and they focus on social media. Are you on social media? I'm not. So if the audience of students that you're trying to educate, influence, and teach in your school, one, you're not working in the profession. So how can I tell you, oh, you can make a lot of money being a barber, but you don't practice, you're not a practitioner? There's a disconnect there. The next thing was, you're complaining that the students are on social media, but you're not. So how can you connect with an audience of students that are on social media if you're not familiar with how social media works? At least familiarize yourself with it so you can help answer some questions. I'm not a millennial. I wasn't born with a phone in my hand. So I wasn't born with the technology that we have today.
Right.
However, I'm a practitioner. I'll learn it, so I can teach it. I'll learn it so I can understand it. And that's what his issue was. The reason why his students aren't connecting with him is because he's not connected to the industry, number one. Number two, he's not connected in the way that they are connected to the industry, social media.
Right, and social media is everything right now in this day and time.
If used effectively and correctly, yes. But it is important, definitely an important tool.
Now, real quick, man, I did follow you on one particular tidbit you dropped as far as the time. Can you explain that? Go into the time where, you know, you hear a lot of people say, man, time is money, time is money, time is money. Right. Can you break down that time is money?
We're going to do it differently. See if I can get me some money somewhere. I know I got some somewhere. You got $1?
Yeah, I got $1. Cool. I think I got that. Oh, I get to give Tariq Jackson $1. Hold on.
I'll take the oh, he gonna give me the $1.
Well, he asked for the $1. All
right, so listen. So you give this to me, right?
Yes. No, I want it back though.
Okay, so do you want it back with interest or do you want it back straight?
I mean, the way I gave it to you.
Okay, so you want it back straight. So you gave me money, I can give it back to you. Right? That's yours. Fair exchange. Right?
Right.
If you go to the bank, you can deposit it. You can take a loan out. You can transfer that money from one account to another. Right? But I can't give you my time. I can spend this time with you, but the time is spent. I'm getting older every day. I can't transfer the time. You can't lend me your time. I can't take a loan out on your time. If I say, can you give me 10 minutes? And you say, yeah, I'll help you for 10 minutes. Your 10 minutes is gone. So is mine. But I can't give you your 10 minutes back the way I just gave you your money back. So it's your most valuable resource and asset in times like this. It comes and it goes. I felt like I was just in high school a few years ago.
Right, you and me both.
I'm not. I haven't been. I'm still coming 27 years. It felt like, man, I'm still hungry when I go in there on Saturday. I'm excited to cut hair.
You and me both.
You know, but you know, I've evolved. I can't get that time. I got experience. And people say, oh no, but you can make a lot of money in your time. Yes, if you utilize your time effectively, it's your most valuable resource and asset. But time runs out. you're getting older every day. You can't get it back. You can't transfer it. I can't lend it to you. I can't loan it out. I don't get a return on that time in time. You get a return in money from money, right? A percentage back.
Yeah.
But I can't get the return on the time with time. I can get the return on the time I invested in something. I might get a monetary return. Say I invested it in a property, and I invested my time and energy in getting this property, and then the property eventually brings a return financially, but the time is gone. So I might make some money if I'm utilizing the time effectively and investing my time effectively, but I don't get the time back.
Did y'all hear that? Time, according to Tariq Jackson, time is not money. What you did was invested minutes, seconds, hours, days, months into something, but you don't get that time back. But you do get a return on the money that you invested in acquiring that time. Is that not correct?
Yeah, that's correct. But the one thing is if I invest $10, let's say I went and buy this sweater.
Now, hopefully you will.
Clippers, right? I buy this sweater. How much is the sweater?
25.
So can I borrow $25?
to let you buy the. That's bad business. That's bad business. But we done got off away from time. That's bad business.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
As a barber, as a practitioner, if I wear this Clippers hoodie and it costs me $25, I might connect with somebody at the mall, at the grocery store, wherever, and they see the Clippers shirt, but like, oh, are you a barber? Well, yes, I am. So I may have invested $25 in a hoodie that might bring me a new client because they see it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a return on the spending. If I invest the $15 and I want $30 back, you gotta give me 100% return. You gotta give me $30 back if I lend it to you. You got 2 weeks, I want $30 back. I'm getting money back plus a return on that investment. You follow me? Mm-hmm. But if I put a half hour in with you, I may get something else back. I don't get the time back. So with money, you can get money back.
Right. Well, with time, you just can't
with
get
time,
time
you don't get time back.
So that's the moral of the story.
That's why time is not money.
Right.
It's not. They're not equal. They're not the same.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So I hope y'all caught that. And you're going to follow him from now on. The IG is what?
I am Tariq. It's IAM Jackson, Jackson. I am Tariq Jackson. On Instagram, I go live every Tuesday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It's called Tariq Talks Tuesday.
So now y'all have that. I've spoken with Tariq myself personally, and the world will be able to see this just as well as they see your podcast, your IG live feed. Again, I thank you.
Thank you
for
I appreciate your time.
Man, I appreciate your time. Again, this is your host, Divine Cuts, and I am with Tariq Jackson. I play with the Clippers, not the NBA, the podcast. Thanks for watching and listening.